Good morning, guys. It's Jessica Peterson. Thank you so much for speaking with me today. I really appreciate that and for accepting this free video. I'm super excited to be able to show you this video because I know when you apply the strategies that I'm about to show you, it's going to make a huge impact on your business. And I know you're probably wondering why it is that I do these videos and what's in it for me. And really, that's a fair question. And it all comes down to I love what you guys do. And so if I can do these quick videos and I can give you a few tips and you can apply those and you're out there helping more people, then that's why I do these videos. So whether you take this information, run with it, apply it on your own, or want to partner up, either way, it doesn't matter. As long as you're using these tips, because we've used them with over 50 other restoration companies across the USA that have used these same tips and have made a huge difference for their business. Okay, so today we're going to go over three main things. We're going to talk about content, citations, and then your backlinks. So here we are on your website. You've got a gorgeous looking website. I really love the design. I love these call outs here. That's great. I love that you have all these pages, which is perfect. You need separate pages for every single service. Forms close to the top, so that's awesome. So when it comes to Google, content is key. So your website needs a lot of this written content. You're always going to need more content than your competitors. And content can be in images. Let's see here. Save as. #1 restoration company in California. Okay, that's great. That's your local brand. But your images need to actually have your services. So you need the local keywords. Those are the keywords people are actively searching in your area for your services. Because most people in an emergency have probably never worked with you before, so they don't know who you are. So they're not searching your brand. They're searching the services that they need. So your content needs to be built around those services and those local keywords. So that's going to be your Monterey water damage restoration, Santa Cruz, etc. Okay, so you need to go after those local keywords. Content needs to be built around those keywords. And keep in mind there's multiple variations of keywords that you want to target because people search differently. So you want to capitalize on all those variations. It's great that you have the separate service area pages. That's awesome. So your homepage and your website needs a ton of content. Your homepage alone needs at least 1,500 words of content or more. If your competitors have 1,500 words, you need more than they do. So if they have 1,500, you want to shoot for at least 1,800 words of content. And we can see here you have some interlinking pages, but you don't have any actual keywords, no local keywords. And so without having that content built around those local keywords, you're not getting indexed for enough of those local keywords. So all of those pages you have needs to be optimized around those local keywords. And then just making sure you have more content throughout your website than your competition. That's going to allow you to index for more keywords and allow Google to be able to rank you, because Google sends these little crawlers to your website and they look at all the content in those pictures and the text to learn about who you are. And so if your content really doesn't resonate, if it doesn't have those keywords, Google really doesn't know what you're about. So they can't index you for those keywords. And if they can't index you, how can we expect Google to send you customers? Okay, so it's really, really important to work on your content keyword strategy here. And when we talk content, it's not just the content on your website. It's also the content that you're putting out throughout the internet. So your social pages, your Google business profile. You need to make sure that everything is optimized with those local keywords. And so here we are in Google. As we all know, your customers, they're all going to start with a search like this. And there's 3 different areas that you guys can show up and be in the first spots for. So the top area is going to be your ads. Those are your local service ads, like you guys are right here on the top. So good job there. And also cost per click ads. The second spot, which is more important here, is your local, this is your map pack. So you guys are, for this Google Business Profile, you guys are in the top 3, which is good. If you find that you're not in the top 3 for any of your services or any of your service areas, then you want to make sure you further optimize these pages. Because nearly 30% of people come straight to this map pack here and don't go anywhere else. So when you're not in this top 3, you're leaving all of that business to your competition. Now, there are several factors that go into ranking in this position, and the number 1 is something called citations, and that is simply listing your business name, your address, phone number, and website, and listing those in a bunch of directories like Yellow Pages, Yelp, Glassdoor, and even your social pages. So you need a lot of those directories because each of those directories are sending signals to Google that tells Google who you are, what type of offers you have, and where you perform those services. So it's really, really important that you have a lot of those good quality citations. And then this third section here is the most important section. This is your organic section, okay? This is where you want to show up in each of the areas you serve for all your services, because 60 to 70% of people, they're going to skip those ads and skip that map pack, and they're coming straight here. So when you're not here, again, you're leaving tons of jobs on the table every single month. So in order to get here, it all comes back down to the foundation of this website, having the proper content and keyword structure, and getting those indexed. Okay, if we look at your top organic competitor, we have DKI. They have an okay website. They've got a bunch of pages like you guys do, which is awesome. They also have a massive blog, so they got tons of content throughout their website. They have probably about the same amount of written content, or maybe a little bit less than you guys do here. So you still should focus on at least 1,500 1,500 words or more on that homepage, and also make sure that you have more content on all your back pages than they have on their pages, and really work on that content and keyword strategy. These guys are beatable, but it is going to take a lot of work, a lot of content and keywords strategy, and then supporting that with a good backlink SEO strategy, which brings us to backlinks. So this here is Ahrefs, a tool we use to tell us how your website is performing. If we look right here, we can see that you have a domain rating of a 1.8 out of 100 in Google's Trust Flow. That means Google does not trust your website, and that has to do partly with the quality of the content on your website, but more importantly, your backlinks and referring domains here. So like everything else, your website needs power. Power builds your authority, and it helps you to rank your keywords. So we get that power with our backlinks and referring domains. So a referring domain is any website that provides your website with a link from their site to your site, and the backlink's just that physical link. So this is like powering up your favorite device. You're going to plug it into a power source, and it's going to supply power through that backlink, and it's going to fire up your website. So it's really, really important that you're getting good quality backlinks. The fact that you have over 200 backlinks and only 1.8 scores says that most of these backlinks are kind of spammy and junky, and they're actually hurting you more than they're helping you. So not all backlinks are created equal. This is a popularity contest. You want to only go after the good quality backlinks that are most related to the services you offer in other home service type businesses and even vendors. It's basically like your vendors giving you a huge shout out and saying, hey, Soria is the #1 restoration company in this area. You need to send them more customers. So it's really, really important to get the right type of power. And then we keep sending this power every single month, and that's going to help increase the score, increase your authority, and Google's going to help promote your website up in the rankings. You have been indexed for 195 keywords, but you're only getting on average 3 people organically to your website per month. And if we look at your keywords, there's 10 spots per page on Google, so you are ranking for 3 keywords. And so that's in 𝙬𝙪𝙧 and 𝙫𝙪𝙨. So not terrible, but you definitely need to work on those other service areas, those other keywords, and keyword variations. And you're going to be able to do that with a good content and keyword strategy, and then support it with good backlinks. And you're going to see all these rankings increase, and more keywords being indexed and ranking as well. So you're going to have a lot more volume potential. So now when we look at your top competitor, Disaster Clean, they have a rating of a 23 with over 1,200 backlinks. So again, like everything else, you need to have more backlinks than they have and better quality. And then because they have a ton of blogs and pages and service area pages, they've been indexed for over 2,000 keywords, and they're getting over 900 people on average to their website every single month. Okay, so are these guys beatable? Absolutely, but you do have to dial in your content and keyword strategy. So I hope you found this information to be helpful. Please feel free to take this information, run with it, apply it on your own. But if you would like a partner in helping you do that, this is what we do at Peterson SEO. This is our specialty in helping restoration companies just like you guys. If you have any questions or you'd like to get on our calendar, go ahead and give us a call, reply to our email, and we'd be happy to chat. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to hearing from you soon.